6, 7. Holy shit.
When I'm flying high above the sky, I don't care, there will be a fire.
We got the dream team in here.
Don't you know it done for me right in your eyes?
It's too loud. I can't hear you.
Don't you see? Don't you know it was done for me right? Totally a guy. Don't you see? Don't you see? Don't you see?
And do be loud.
What's up, boys?
Yo.
What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Rolling
Bunch
Thunder
of people,
episode
man.
82, and we got a gang in here.
Full
What's going on,
house.
It's crazy. I don't
Yep.
think we've had this many people on here in the beginning of the show. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. And we are back at 82. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We got Casey over there on the. Oh yeah, I feel like we're on a game show now. We got Casey on there. It's like we're on.
Yeah, I know, right?
Whatever.
It's Hollywood
And then we got
stars
Mullen.
except for Starbucks.
A
Hollywood
bunch of
stars.
people in here.
Hollywood Starbucks.
We've had a
Yep,
couple weeks
yep.
off. It's been busy for
Let's
most
start ripping
people.
off some Starbucks tickets.
Hollywood stars, dude.
So what's going on, boys? We've been some weeks off. We're getting back at it. I wanted a personal week, then I was on vacation last week, and I think it's been a hiatus, but we've been back in the gang. We've got a few things to talk about tonight. I've got some new builds that are in the process of being done, and from whether it be Jake or Mr. Mullen here. And then Joe and John have decided to join us tonight, so we took and had them come on. So what's everybody else doing good? It's Friday night. Joe, what are you
yeah.
smoking on tonight, bud?
I didn't hear you.
What are you smoking on tonight, man?
Oh, it's a Cuban Partagas.
Oh wow, I don't even know what that is, but it's probably good.
Sounds
No,
expensive, whatever it
Did you
is.
call me?
If I can get a picture of it up there.
What you call me?
Hey, I won't focus. It's too close.
Hell yeah.
Good
You got a bunch of people here in the chat tonight. But we'll go ahead and kick it off, dude. Jake, you've had some pretty crazy stuff going on, man. You had a cool wall going on, and you did the console box in your truck. You've been staying pretty busy, so you want to talk about that a little bit, or what? I'm gonna pull those up.
That wall was pretty fun. It's got like
That's your console.
that's not mine. That's one I did for another shop, but the plexiglass top is pretty dope. I dig
That's
it.
pretty sick.
Yeah,
That's
so
plexiglass.
Yeah, it's plexiglass. It's black
Oh, it looks
acrylic.
really good.
Cut the honeycomb and then shoved it back up there and ran the 60-degree bit to put the chamfer on everyone.
What subs are
pretty dope.
going in these?
Was that 2/8?
It's not. It's for 212s. It's just two.
Like a
Memphises.
honeycomb.
It's a local shop around here. It's Styles Auto Care.
Huh.
Right here down the road. They spray all my boxes.
This
That's
is
going in
pre-cut
a
box.
rear seat console. The port's under the seat, and then that's one I goofed up on. If you notice, you notice. If you don't, you don't. But the logo is
Yep.
180 out. It's backwards. I
Uh,
can't believe I messed that up. But I filled it with epoxy before I even figured it out.
Damn.
I already had it sprayed. Already had it filled with epoxy.
Well, if somebody put
I
it
like
in the
that.
put it
That
in the
looks
hash
good.
pipe and turn it up, okay? It's for
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
else's build now.
Yeah, I goofed that one up pretty bad.
When
even
Jacob
had it
virals
sprayed.
in the back videotaping, it'll look perfect. You're fine.
yeah, dude.
yeah. For camera, it's 180, you know?
Put the camera in the trunk.
I was like, bro, I think you like intentionally find the most dangerous builds to post.
Dude. Those terminal plates turned out really
look
good.
sick.
Yeah, like
That
the
would be
terminal.
Chris, your boy, Mr. Renazauer, I think is how you say his last name.
And this is where we're cutting the side panels on this wall, isn't it?
Yeah. I tell you, the hardest part was to line everything up to where it looks seamless going around.
Yeah.
There's an offset, so you just offset from the roof. It was kind of a pain.
Yeah, that's one
It would
thing.
be kind of cool if you could like do the same bed lining you've been doing, and then do it like on the whole inside of the enclosure. That shit would look tough.
Dude,
Yeah, but
do the
they
bed
can't
lining,
spray inside of the enclosure with that stuff. I already
I know
talked to
it
them
would
about
be
it.
sick though.
You would
And
have
then
to
you
do
could
it and then
epoxy
assemble
fill
it.
those hexagons.
It would have to
Yeah.
be lined and then assembled.
Yeah,
Like
I love
it
the
was-
honeycomb look. I love that.
What if
cool.
what if you did this?
I'd spray it white and then I'd mill it and then I'd epoxy fill all those holes.
That's
if
what
I
I'm
wanted to
saying.
do
Like
it.
you did
dude,
the
yeah.
do
That's what I'm
that
talking about.
in the wall.
Paint it white, epoxy fill it with one of those medical syringes without the needle on the end of it. You know, just
And so what
Yeah,
happens
pull it all
is when you're in a really loud build, eventually, sooner or later, one of those is gonna pop out and become a fucking flying ninja star.
Nah.
Just get 'em
Nah.
in there.
Dude, that epoxy it soaks into that MDF.
Yeah, it's
so
a
there's
chemical
no way.
bond, correct?
Yeah, it eats like down into it. It like
I mean, there's a
soaks
lot of
pretty good.
people doing epoxy builds and a lot of big builds now.
Oh
Before
yeah.
everybody asks why the logo doesn't come perfect up to the edge of it, it's just because that's the same logo I cut for you, and I just pasted it right over the top of the honeycomb because it was already going to be so time extensive that I didn't have enough time to sit there and cut everything out and
I didn't
redraw a
even really
line.
notice.
So it's the
It doesn't
it's
matter.
it's the square with the round, which is what's cut out. If you see,
I mean, you
see,
can
it's
almost
like
see it
top left.
better. Like,
Artists
well-
are very particular. We wouldn't even notice. I think it
I
looks
know,
good.
I know, but I've had like 3 people say, "Oh, it would have been cool if you had the honeycomb going right up to it."
You know what else
I'm
would have
like,
been cool? You know,
Doing it your fucking self.
yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, here's a fucking jigsaw. You go make it happen.
Yeah,
Look,
I would
dude.
tell him it's intentional that you wanted the honeycomb to go a certain pattern in it.
Hey, that's Chris's logo right there. He,
I saw
he
that.
drew that up for me just the other day because I needed something like that on the back wall. And same concept, but yeah.
Would
There's
you
your
look at
logo.
that?
Oh, looks so good.
I'd say it's
awesome.
fucking rigid, boy.
I know that's a thick roof panel because that wood only comes in what, 1.25 inches?
Yeah, 1.25 inches.
Yeah, so
All
that's at
them
least
screws
an
is what's
1.25
holding it
inch.
together, right,
Bro,
Jake?
you
All
don't
them
want
screws?
to know the nightmare with the screws right now, man. I've been getting them. I have been getting those screws for a deal at a couple of these discount places. I buy them up, everything they got. Yeah, I ran out of screws and they don't sell them bulk. So I went to Home Depot and I've spent another $300 in screws on this box.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Phew.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damn screws.
Yeah, they're 78 cents each.
Damn.
That's
Well,
ridiculous.
if you
Yeah,
go to Home
they do
Depot.
get expensive when they're big.
Yeah.
I know
That's
that.
what
All
she said.
2-inch back slack.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Bro, that looks sick though. Have you done the B pillars yet?
No, I haven't sealed it off. I was supposed to do it today, but I'm so sunburnt from yesterday. Pretty sure
Dude,
it shows.
It's like pouring down outside too, like the thunder's going and
I was
there's
just outside in the rain cleaning the gutter. Not even a cap.
Dude, how much of a help has it been having CJ there with you?
Dude, he's epic at helping, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
CJ's awesome.
CJ's great people, man.
Yeah, big time.
Really happy to have him on board.
It's good to see you have some help too.
Dude,
And you only
These
have to
big
pay him
walls
like
moving that
$10
stuff
a
around.
day.
it's rough. Now next week we're gonna build 37 boxes.
Woo!
Big
Jinx.
time right there.
10 of them a day, hopefully, so we get it
I
done
know
quick.
you've been pushing them out, man. I hear what you do on the Discord. I mean, you're a good friend of mine, and you do awesome work, man. Keep it up, Jake.
I'm trying. Got a kid on the way. Got to pay for it somehow.
Right?
Right. So we got Mullen and John here, special guests, alongside Joe Casey, and of course Scott. Mr. Mullen, what have you been working on?
We talk about epoxy builds. I started doing. This isn't that I've done epoxy before on a desk, but this is the first time I did it on a baffle before.
So gangster, dude.
Oh, it's gangster,
So-
dude. I love
That's
it.
gangster as fuck.
So that's
Wow.
3 layers thick of birch, and then it's a 5 mil top piece, just laminate. And then I sanded it, stained it twice with eggplant stain.
Eggplant. That's
yeah.
what it is.
Eggplant.
Yeah, eggplant.
That's sick.
Emoji. You should have at least engrave. You should have an emoji somewhere for eggplant.
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
saying.
Can we appreciate this fitment going on in the background?
Fitbit.
The fitment, dude. Look at it.
Oh,
on
Fitbit.
right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
she's talking.
That
You
thing is
talking
so-
about the airbags and the 22s on the Malibu?
Yeah.
they
look-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
okay.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Now, is the front popped up? I gotta ask. You know.
Okay, so
It's not squatted, is it?
No.
yeah.
Beat it up.
well, kind of.
Well,
Yes, kind of doing
The
it.
car had airbags all the way around, and I fought the front set of airbags on the car so much, I ended up taking the front set of airbags off and putting on all-Dan coilovers on the front. And so I drive it right now with just, I want to get it. Okay, I did that during COVID, when I couldn't get a set of shockwave airbags. And now that I've waited to get a set of shockwave airbags, they're like $1,500 because they're the ones with the shocks built into the airbag itself. And I'll that's another project for another day.
Damn.
But yeah, the front's got coilovers, the back's airbag. It's I built the whole car from the door. I cut the frame right behind the door, and then built the whole back half. But yeah, those tires literally touch the back speaker deck when it's all the way down.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude. It looks like glass, and
Yeah.
I think that's what you were going for. And that looks awesome.
Now, so that's like I said, that's 3-layer stick. That's 5 mil laminate on the top. I sanded it twice, I stained it twice. I hit it with the red Scotch Brite. I done my first coat of epoxy, and then I went back and, of course, I had to wait, like 48 hours for the first coat to dry, and then I went back, hit it with the Scotch Brite again, and then my second coat. It really needs. Now I mixed in my wife. I'm in her office right now. She does epoxy cups and everything, and I stole. Actually, it's right here. I stole some. Let's see if you guys can see that.
Some flake.
Yeah, it's like what she uses for her cups.
Oh.
And it's kind of like that chrome illusion chameleon type stuff. It's actually called a robin's egg.
Like a bass boat.
Yeah, and I mixed it in with the epoxy.
Is that considered engineered pine, like where they layer it and then they peel it right off? Is that what the veneer is?
It's crap, I don't even know. It's a 5 mil used for cabinet making, so you just lay it on top in case you got.
Does it look like stacked layers this way?
You know what? I don't even remember. I bought it. I don't even remember.
I remember at one point Peach State had some wood. The top was it was veneered in what they call an engineered pine.
Yeah.
Where they took a giant slab and layered it up, and then they sliced right off the face, so it gave a more uniform finish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Peach State's got some cool shit there sometimes.
That's kind of what that looks like to me.
Yeah. It's the grain is weird. I don't know what it is, but
It looks fantastic.
Oh, it looks dope, dude. I'm digging it.
You talk about working by yourself. That's another thing with me is that working by myself, schlepping a baffle around and, in and out of the car. And it's just a bitch doing all these projects by yourself.
Dude, I hate it. Not even gonna lie.
Just wait till you load the Inhuman subs in there. You'll
I know.
Whoa. Don't you say I'm
doing
going
the
to know
Inhumans?
Inhuman sub.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I got excited.
I think cigar.
Mullen, you're gonna finish those
Joey.
cutouts, right? You're putting L7Xs in there, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know you.
If I could get a good deal on them, I'd totally switch the baffle. Oh yeah, there's my FedEx lady not too happy.
She flipped you off.
She was not happy that day.
She was doing that all the way down the driveway.
You have a FedEx lady?
Yeah, same. When I got my L7X delivered, it was a lady,
for me.
but she was a tough lady.
Strong woman.
Yeah. I'm like, you sure you don't need any help? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, you're good.
Strong, independent woman that don't need no man.
Yeah.
Give her a bag of Cheetos at least.
It was funny because I got home and I'm like, oh, okay. I picked the box up. I went, well, no fucking wonder why she was having a hard time carrying this thing. Schlepped it back to the garage and I'm like, oh, all right. And then I start thinking, well, God, now I got to load 6 of these things in the car. Crap.
These Inhumans are going to either have to, I would imagine, come in either crates or they're going to have to pallet ship them.
Yeah, because they're probably going to be, 140 pounds a piece or something like
motor's
that?
like 175 pounds with it, isn't it?
Is it that heavy?
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what it said on.
You know who you can count on not to help load? This guy.
Me, yeah.
Good thing our batteries are getting lighter because the subs are getting heavier.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it went the opposite.
Yeah. My back
No, we
issues
can't hear
do
you.
not allow me to load heavy subs. I'll call my cousin over. He's a bodybuilder. I'll be like, hey, dude, I don't think you can do it.
I've been blessed. All I gotta do is go like this. I'm fearing the day when I have to go sideways.
Sideways isn't that bad, really. As
No.
long as you have a countersunk baffle, you just sit
Oh,
the,
yeah.
put the lip
Doop,
in
doop.
and then rotate it up. Put one in the top, one in the bottom. Done.
Done.
Not even that bad.
It's always nice having a second hand. There's no way. No way.
I'm gonna tell you, your baffle's gonna have to be flat, Cigar Joe. There's absolutely no way that we're gonna be able to manhandle this thing up on a wall.
So we can't mount them on the side. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it bad enough, anything can happen. But I'm just saying,
Exactly.
man, a flat baffle. Just wait till you have to recone 3 of them.
Just do a whole
Gotta
series
go.
of baffle, dude.
As many recones as I've done, I don't want to recone no
Oh,
more.
no.
That means
Now, this is John's build,
nah.
right?
I was so mad I didn't get a demo at Slimology from that.
He asked
we
me
didn't miss
twice,
anything.
and then
We
I
didn't
felt
miss
so bad not being able to hear this thing, but seeing Exo's face, I'm
We were
like,
right
all right,
across the thing
yeah.
from you.
Before you
that's
hit
nice.
play, before you hit play on this, I said, "Hey Blake, did you go hear John's build?" He goes, "Yeah, I heard it." I said, "No, you didn't. Did he
No,
turn it
you
all the way up
didn't.
on you?" Because he gave me a mid-tilt demo, and then he goes, "All right, I'm gonna give you the sauce," and then gave me the sauce, and I was like, really scared he was gonna launch a sub the whole time. I was like, "Please don't blow this because of me. Like, save that for some other YouTuber. Like, I'm not even a YouTuber. Like, don't launch them for me." And Blake goes, "Yeah, I heard him." And the way he said that, he was like, "Yeah, it's about as loud as I expected." I was like, "You didn't hear it, dude. Go back. Did he know that you're Blake?" I don't think so. That's exactly how he said. I don't think so. Tell him to go back over there.
This
and give
video
him the
also
sauce.
got like 3+ million views or something now, right?
Oh yeah, dude, they need to hook you up.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
you know.
#1 video on DD's website. They need to give you a discount.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's up with that, DD? Where's the free recones?
Yeah.
Where
be
them
nice.
recones at?
All that free
The most viewed
advertising.
video of, like,
Look at this free advertisement.
Yep.
Just
I love how
destroy
I love how
it.
like the console
The
opens
cup
up,
opens
the cup
up.
holders fly out.
looks like the car is breathing and its heart is beating.
Definitely moving.
It's awesome.
It is unbelievably
I
nasty.
can't believe he ain't
And
launched that
John
windshield yet.
John is so modest about it.
The
He is,
shifter,
dude. He's like,
the shifter trim is
wild.
just like, fuck it.
it just gave up.
Jeez.
Just gave up on
Shifter
life.
has left the chat. Do you have the video of EXO? Do you have that video? Scott, you know you're talking.
Oh, yeah,
Yo,
Scott
hold on,
I can't
hold on,
hear you at
pause it,
all.
pause it.
Yeah,
Go
I
back-
think
go
he
back to the
muted
video real
himself.
You have no
I
sound.
can't unmute him. I
Yeah,
noticed
I hear you
earlier.
all.
Oh shit! I wasn't.
quick. Lose it?
Well, John, find me a link, John. I can't find it. Request. I don't know how
Was
I
it your
got
tachometer needle that was
Should
bouncing off?
easily be on the
The
Gale
best-
Force
you
page.
gotta
I
pause it
reposted
at
it recently.
Joe wants subs on the 45. He's going.
What?
Hey, that's CJ, by the way.
He wants him on a 90.
Oh, he posted it on his own on Alan's page.
But it was bad enough loading the proto STDNs 15 times.
Yeah.
I can't imagine 175s going in and out
He
of
was
there.
saying when that rebuild happens, if you want the subs on 45, they coming in on a 45.
Let's see. I'm looking for the
No.
video.
What is bouncing around in your hand? Is it the
Found it.
Yeah.
is it
I
the
just found
tachometer?
it. Alright.
You've got to pause it whenever it gets to John's face. It is the
Okay.
best.
Oh, that's my favorite
He's
part.
over here
Like
like,
that
Favorite
someplace
part of
all
the
over
video.
t-shirts. Man.
Oh,
it's
no.
great.
That was
You gotta
John's
hit
first
pause.
experience of his own
Watch
build.
John's face, the best part.
This is a quality clip.
Grade
Experience your own
A.
build.
At least EXO is smart enough not to get in it.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
He looked in the build and said, I ain't
And
getting in
here
there.
comes John's face, the best part right here, man.
My favorite
This is
part.
Great. Favorite.
Good steering wheel.
100%.
This right here is my favorite part.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's still holding the
Yeah.
throttle, though.
Yeah, it's coming up like
it's
that.
coming. It's like
I
right
think
here.
he's plugging his ear. What if he was on a phone call?
Look at John. Look at
That's hard. I regret nothing.
his own man, man.
You have to look
That's
over
the
and
best,
see if
buddy.
you have to like.
That is the
are
That's
they
the
fucking-
best.
I love it.
When
know
you
it's
can't
loud,
even
but
sit
you're
in your
just
own
sitting over there
system,
like-
I think you're loud enough, John. You know, maybe. You know.
Yeah.
He needs
Any
two
louder,
more.
it's just gonna
Somewhat.
rip
That's
firewalls.
great, John.
Speaking of Blake,
Mr. Blake.
Some stank face.
Hell yeah. But no, and that dude, that freaking that video got shared for like the next 9 years on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody.
Definitely been
Yeah,
around.
look-
That's
Just
a
loop that
classic
part.
right there.
Yeah.
That is a classic for sure.
Look at that. Boom. With 2 Trinity 3Ks. On the
It
It
go.
Here,
reminds
with
me
a
of an
quick
install. That right there reminds me of an install from Need for Speed Underground 2. You know,
Yeah.
where everything is
Bro.
just
They didn't have no big fat fanny back then either, though.
no fanny.
If you had a fan in Underground 2, it would be that fan, okay?
That's for sure.
It reminds me of
that's
stuff
sick.
from the 90s.
I like
We
it.
built stuff
Yeah.
that was
Heck
clean,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, did you get? I just sent you a bunch of pictures on it.
Oh, yeah. Is it feed pics too?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got the feed pics.
This is what we just did this week. We just changed a
Oh.
bunch of stuff.
Oh, I like it. I like the lights.
He's
Watch
about
out,
to be up
bro.
this way to ATL.
Yeah, I'll be
So
heading
we
over
can-
there once I figure out a
Alright.
date with Jake here. And then come on by.
Yeah, Jake, when are we doing this?
It's got to be like 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, at least.
Now, John,
it.
question:
I
do
gotta
you
catch up.
do you take this to any competitions? Because I feel like you could do good in like Bobo's, where it's like everything: SPL, SQ, install. know,
I've never
that's-
heard of that, but no, I don't. I haven't
yeah,
gone to
yeah.
anything like that. I went to Scraping the Coast and I ended up getting second place on the car show side of stuff in the Ford Wild class.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
wow.
So
How are
That's
you liking,
impressive for being in a car show, not a bass show.
yeah.
Saying something.
Hey, Kyle.
How you liking the Trinity 3Ks on Gale Force speakers and adding Moscone DSP?
Well, I didn't really. We didn't. I blew a bunch of stuff up at Scraping, to be honest. So I didn't really get to play with it much. It was we did it the day before Scraping. Added those in, all those new trim panels and all that. That's all new, and the LEDs are all new.
Oh wow.
But we didn't really have enough time to make it look nice and add all that power and tune it literally the day before Scraping.
That's the way it was
I
with
know how
Joe's
that
truck.
And then it just it pretty much just blew up. Really, we blew 5 mids, one of the horns, one of the amps popped, and
We're gonna do some pretty heavy tuning.
Welcome to the
it.
big boy.
Yeah, I
world.
was gonna say
Yeah.
when you're tuning it, are you using like a DSP or a O scope? Like how you tuning it? Or are you just kind of earing
You
it?
got a
And,
Moscone
yep,
now.
we're good, and just giving demos.
yeah. So for Scraping, we added 2 Trinity 3Ks, one per each door on just the mids.
Jesus.
And then added a Moscone. There's like 750 watts of driver on the mids. And then
Jesus.
added a Moscone 6 to 8 DSP. And we had one of the SQ guys come over and tune it. But it ended up not working out. Just didn't really have time to do it. Yeah,
And,
that's
you
what
know-
it looked like for Scraping. Just
That's what
thrown in.
happens though when you're giving demos. You're trying to not tap the
Give the
person
people what
out,
they
but
want.
give them the beans, of what it can do, and your
Yeah.
hand gets a little heavy on the knob.
How are you
Mhm.
liking loud packing now? We're playing music outside now. What you think about that?
Yeah, it works out really nice. Those 8s back there get really loud. It sounds good and it looks phenomenal.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
just-
I'm sure you could like open your doors and get like actually a pretty halfway decent full range sound.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
you could feel the mid bass when we were messing around with the tuning. Like when it sounded really good, like you could feel the mid bass just from the doors, like easily 2-3 car lengths away or whatnot.
That's
It
sick.
was pounding.
That's literally like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag for sure. in that truck. Like there's literally a speaker or an amp or something with car audio crammed somewhere other than the dash and the center console.
Yeah, which I'm starting to have AC issues, so we might be taking the dash apart and doing a custom dash. I don't know. We'll see.
It's gonna look like
It's
a
never
rubber
ending
top
battle,
F-150.
John. Just
Yeah, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
the more you do, the more
Literally
it gets.
nonstop.
Now you need custom seats and shit. Is what you need. Custom steering
Yeah.
wheel.
Well, I had custom seats actually right down there in in that bottom box there, but they ended up being for the wrong truck, so
Oh,
they're
wow.
just been sitting.
Like cat skins or something.
It's what is the company? Leia Leather did them.
Oh.
Leia.
Sell them. Get new ones.
Yeah, good.
You leave them in the box. Get rid of it.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do with them. I was like, they got my logo and a bunch of stitching and everything on them. I didn't know if anybody'd want them. And
Is it a
yeah, they
different
are
year F-150
Sennheiser.
seat? It's an F-150?
It's a F250 seat supposedly.
Oh, shit. Now you gotta buy an F-250, bro. That's the word. You gotta get a big boy truck now.
Apparently.
Restart.
I
Yeah.
know where you can get one right now. My
Yeah,
dad
going back to it.
it.
Yeah, no, how are you liking now switching to C-Max with a single alternator and stuff like that? You had a big voltage.
Oh, yeah. The C-Max is a whole world different. It it drops. It sits at 15.5 now, and it drops like 0.1 volt per demo. But every demo, it just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping, and then it takes forever to charge back up. The alternator just can't do it. It gets too hot and decides not to charge back up.
That was
The
the,
name of the
Mistake
game,
on
man.
That thing, dude.
that was
What
the
batteries
problem
are
with the
they
excursion.
again? C-Max?
Yeah, it's two Prodigy Insight cells. Yeah, the 90 amp hour, 180 amp hours of Insight.
It's still a lot.
Nice.
Scott, do you remember when we were in Tampa and then I was on a single no wall at the time and the alternator was so hot I seared the tip of my finger?
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
I've scalded myself too. The excursion one would get so hot, dude. It would scare me sometimes. I would think the alternator is dead because I would beat on it at shows and just deplete the battery, deplete the battery, and it would take 20, 30 minutes to charge back up 2 volts, and then. Like, dude, sometimes when I would leave shows, I would be like over halfway home before it would like go up 0.1, 0.2, like the alternator to cool off.
Yeah.
Like, you're like,
That's-
woo, boy.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe
crazy
it.
how
Where
much
was this
efficiency
voltage
you
then? Come on.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's almost like you demo, and the voltage just does this, and then you leave
Oh,
the show,
yeah.
and it's like, the voltage is good. What are you
Yeah,
talking
Start
about?
caring less and
Let's
less.
go
A little
back.
bit of fresh air on that alternator will do a difference.
Yeah, I seen what is it? Brand X has the intercooler alternators. If you would have a fan, because Seth, my good friend, he actually has fans underneath by his alternator, and I think that makes sense for when you're sitting there at a
Big
show.
time.
Get that cold air on that alt,
you
man.
got to run a duct up and catch fresh air above the car.
Casey had a fan
Cold
on his,
air, cold air
he
flow,
should
yeah.
have built some fans.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm running
air
fans
induction.
on mine now. too.
I
Take
should
the
have had
hood off.
fans on mine. I got lucky though because the excursion was an 8-rib setup stock though, so that was like a big benefit on not having belt slippage.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
speaking of 8-rib,
Byron's going
Byron
to
just
8-rib.
changed to an 8-rib and it was like he's like $1,200-$1,300 or something like that. To do
Yeah.
an 8-rib conversion on a Tahoe or the Escalade. It
I
was
bet
just
that
about
was better.
You're getting 2 more ribs of belt, bro.
2 more
I'm
ribs.
telling you, dude.
Yeah.
Rib for its pleasure, dude.
Dude,
You gotta
more.
need them all, man.
Good for his pleasure.
2 ribs more. Dude, 2 ribs count, okay?
Hey,
And yeah,
man.
but like these are 660s on the
Smallin,
Sennheisers.
what's your car have? Is that like a 350? What does that got?
It's a V6.
It's a
hell
V6.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
gonna be
Did
the
you
fun
just
part.
chuckle before you said it?
Yeah.
V6.
The 3.8.
See,
Well,
I'm
I was
laughing
wondering
because,
just belt issues and
well, I'm laughing because I have no idea what I'm gonna do for alternators on that car. No
You're gonna
clue.
have to
Think about
convert
that
it.
before you start building this car.
Do what?
You didn't think about that before you started the build.
Oh
the
no,
car?
Yeah.
I thought about all of this. My problem is that everybody and their brother loved the car because I gave them a choice. I said, "Do you guys want me to build out the truck, which was LS, motor, blah blah blah? It's so much easier." Everybody's like-
easy.
Everybody said, "No, I really like the Buick build better," And I'm like, "Yeah, but that's 10 times harder." But everybody loved it, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm not against it," and then I just pulled the trigger and started working on the Buick.
So,
Yeah.
So
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
have
do
to
an LS
convert it
motor
to a-
swap into the Buick, right?
Maybe that might be something I have to do in the future. Yeah.
But dude, you have to think about it
seen-
though. If you went with like a 350 non-Vortec fucking 95 Suburban
Right.
motor and converted it to,
17.
yeah, exactly, serpentine belt setup, boom, you're fucking done. It bolts right
Yeah.
up. It's cheap.
See,
Yeah.
my problem is that you're talking about a 40-year-old car too, and I'm gonna be breaking everything.
Oh,
Everything's
yeah,
gonna break
yeah,
on that car. So probably when something breaks, it just won't get replaced.
Yeah.
Have you seen? I think it was Brand X, right, John? They have like a you can
Yeah, that's what
probably do
Andy was talking about.
a
earlier.
Harbor Freight motor and a cat bank, and then throw
Yeah.
a couple alts on a bracket.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what Brand X is working on doing. It's a frame with like 2 alternators and a motor and a capacitor bank. They said.
Honestly, that doesn't
like-
seem very hard to make.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, though.
Pretty good idea, yeah.
Eh,
It's smart. And then he was going to make it with a trailer hitch attachment too, so it would just bolt right up to a trailer hitch.
Imagine now too,
Seems
like we
clumsy.
could literally take like a Harbor Freight, like 220 amp, or even a strong 110, and plug in like a fucking 110 amp, or 220 amp fucking charger directly to a battery at a show with a portable generator. I'm like,
All right.
What
Hold
else,
up. You
Predator
said portable
generators?
generator. You just keep me up. I just want you to know I will send you pictures, but I don't have them right now. I had a Honda GX 200 or 190. I welded a power steering pump off a Chevy, has a 5/8 hole, drilled it out to 3/4, slid it over the shaft, welded it. That's a pulley about 7 inches in diameter. Hooked up a stock 200 amp alt or like a 160 amp alt, and crunked that thing up at a show, and just let her eat pretty much the whole show when we went to scraping the coast about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I had down the back of the Honda.
Just get a 12-pack of Twisted Teas and Jake will sort it out.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Dude,
Don't
he's
worry
like, your
about it.
battery's on fire? No fucking problem, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking bam.
dude. Okay, but see, the Honda only had one alternator, and it didn't have the stock alternator, obviously. And the one that I was running had a whole bunch of adapters to make it work because it was a 320 where it shouldn't have been a 320. And yeah, if I had to swap an alt at a show because it took a shit, I was really stressing about that. And we
Okay,
were
my
like
79
7 hours
Civic
from the
swap
house.
alternator, you have to pull the fucking engine.
Yeah, I don't have to do
Dude,
that.
that's not
I
even
don't
that
have to
hard
do
on the
that,
car.
but I
Come on,
don't.
dude.
I didn't have everything that I needed to swap an alt, so I was like, oh, I'll just demo all day with the car off. know, just
It's so tight in my
high
car,
ignition
the
and
frame had to
done.
be notched and not hit the alternator pulley. And then I didn't think about that until now the motor's in the car, and now I have the high output alternator, and I was looking at it, and I had the wheel off, and I was like, fuck, I gotta pull, like I can't even pull the intake off because there's only like 1.5 inches, so it's not long enough to slide the intake off the studs to get it
Can't
out
you
of the
just
way.
rest the
Wow.
subframe and lift the car, like disconnect the subframe and like lift it up? Drop the
The
motor from the bottom?
TRX, I mean the 79,
Yeah.
there is no subframe.
There. Oh, it comes. It mounts from the top.
All things are possible.
It just has a motor and a
Wow.
trans. It has a motor, a trans, and a dog bone in the rear.
So it's not like an EF how you could. Oh.
Hey, what are you eating?
I never looked at that. Like on an EF, you can just drop the subframe and you can put the motor in from the bottom of the car. You can like lower the car.
Is it
It's like
Italian?
fajita mix. No,
Mine doesn't even
not
use
Italian.
the mushroom. Mine
This
uses
isn't
the
an
EF.
it's like
ASMR
steak
show.
fajitas and rice and peppers and beans. And
I was worried it'd be Italian.
Put your mic a little closer, John. A little.
oh yeah.
There we go.
John knows how to eat. That man can eat. Let me tell you.
Yeah, for real, dude.
How about when y'all took him to the restaurant in fucking Slamology?
Oh,
Oh
dude,
no.
dude, Jake and
Hey.
all of them just fucking
Did
left.
you?
all of a
Has
sudden.
this story been told here or no?
I
Not
don't
yet.
recall, anyways.
I don't think it was live.
You tell your side of the story, then I'll tell
All
mine.
right, I'll tell the story. All right, so we
They're
sit
at a
down.
different table.
We open. Yeah, they're at a different table. We sit down, and I'm before we even make it in the door. First off, that lady slung shade at you. I don't know if
Oh,
you
yeah.
caught that or not. She was like, "What do we have going on here?" That's exactly what she said, by the way, with shade. And she's not even anybody that works there. She's some snobby old lady that was sitting at the front eating and drinking her wine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember that now. Before we made it in the door, we were cast shade upon. So we go and sit down. Open the menu. The dude hands us the menu. Comes to pour some like warm tap water. I'm like, okay. I start trying to read and make out anything, and like nothing except for like 2 things are readable. It's beef ravioli and like squid ink spaghetti.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the whole bottom half of the menu was pizzas. I didn't know that
Which was
because
so
it wasn't
good.
the
They were
Italian word for
fire.
pizza.
You should have pulled out Google Translate. You would have been fine, Jake. That would have solved all of this.
CJ did. He typed it in. He goes, "Bro, nothing's coming up, dude." Like, he dead ass pulled out Google Translate while we're sitting at the table.
He's talking about the
Meanwhile,
image.
TJ and his girl are sitting over there going, "I would have been content with McDonald's." And I'm like, "Oh, jeez." So we're sitting there. The waiter comes by. Is like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna be straight with you. I didn't do any research coming here, and I know nothing about authentic Italian. And you just point me at some ravioli, or no, I didn't even say ravioli. I said lasagna or like some normal-ish spaghetti or something, and I'll be good. And this, or do you have a menu that's like simplified down for us rednecks?" Dude goes, "No,
kids
sir,"
menu?
and got offended. This dude got offended. He goes, "No, sir, this is not Olive Garden," and walked the fuck off. I was like, "Oh shit, damn, it just got real." So then we're sitting there, and Todd just read to the bottom of the menu, and he's got Crohn's disease, and he's not supposed to eat anything with red sauce. He's supposed to stay away from all that. So he's reading down this,
He's in the wrong.
and he
place.
goes, "Dude, there's nothing that I can eat without asking the chef to take something off." And based upon that guy that said, "This is all imported straight from fucking Italy or South France," when he told you that and said it's not Olive Garden and walked off, I don't want to piss off the chef. He's like, I'm just not going to eat here, and he walked outside. I'm going to have a cigarette, and I was like, damn.
He ain't coming
And
back.
then TJ reiterates again. I would have been content with McDonald's. I said, y'all really gonna have me be this guy today?
Bye.
The dude comes back and asks for the drink order, and he said, "What wine will you be having?" He didn't say, "What would you like to drink?" He said, "What wine will you be having?"
There was no
And I
option.
said,
It was
what,
wine.
what else do you have? We're not looking to have wine. He goes, "Oh." No, he didn't say "oh" yet. We asked what else, and he's like, some sparkling sodas, this and that. And then CJ goes, "No, what about like regular sodas? Like you got Coke products or Pepsi products?" This guy goes, "Oh, we have Coke products." And I was like, they put in their drink order, and then by the time he had even come back, he hadn't even brought the drinks back. I called him before he brought the drinks as he was walking over to y'all's table, and I said, "Look, we didn't do our research. We got invited out to dinner. I'm going to be honest. My friend can't eat anything off the menu without asking the chef to take something off. And I think we're going to go eat somewhere else." I'm speaking for everybody at this point. And he goes, we can accommodate you guys. And I was like, "Look, I'm not going to have my friend sit outside while I'm eating, especially because he's hungry as hell. I think we're going to go somewhere else. Do we owe you anything? Can you just bring me the tab?" "Nope, you guys are free to go." And then he hung you guys
Okay,
with
so
the
from
with
our
the
table's
drink menu.
perspective,
You
their
guys
whole
kept
crew just
waving
got
at
the
us going
fuck up
hi,
randomly
and
and
CJ
left.
was like, "No, it's bye." And y'all
Yeah,
didn't
y'all
pick that up.
they all just got up and fucking walked out of the restaurant. We're like, where did they go? And the waiter wasn't like that to us at all. I don't know why. They're
Dude,
like that to
he was
them.
slinging shade like
Dude,
hell.
he was like
dude.
super cool to us, so we had to tell him that y'all left because you couldn't read the menu.
Well, didn't you see on the front door it said no peasants? So
Yeah,
I'm
you know,
telling you, dude.
Should've
Something
said no
about,
flip-flops allowed.
everybody in a t-shirt, walking through
No flip flops.
no.
t-shirt, flip-flops, and gym shorts. Just didn't set well with that guy, I guess.
John had on his space boots.
Had the Yeezys on. Dude.
I
But,
can't.
man,
Moon shoes.
Send me the name of the
Pinkies
restaurant I
up,
wanna
man.
eat at.
Pinkies up.
Dude, the pizza there though. Like no one.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
pizza
even know
slap.
that
Wanted
was
to get
pizza. It's
pizza, so
because
I was
it
like-
wasn't even the Italian word for pizza.
It wasn't.
The Italian
it was like a
word
French
for oval.
Italian restaurant.
Pizza.
By the way, when you go to nice Italian restaurants, Jake, they don't put ice in the drinks. By the way,
It doesn't. That place
No,
didn't make
that's
any
fucking
sense. But
weird.
the pizza was really good. But it wasn't called pizza. It was like I don't know. There's some weird name.
Man,
Yeah.
you,
Must
Well,
be this
Casey, what's the
tax.
name?
I don't
Look at Blake. Blake said it must be this tax bracket to enter.
They check your credit at the door.
soft check, but still.
that
yeah.
lady-
you ask for
that
pineapple on
lady
the pizza, they
soft
literally
checked
kick
you
you the
at the door.
fuck out.
You get free food for a car on your way out.
Dude, that lady soft checked you at the door, Casey.
Huh?
That lady at the door soft checked you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why? What'd she do? What'd she ask?
She said, "What do we have going on here?"
Oh,
Yeah, because they all matched
that
in their fucking
condescending-
SDK shirts. We didn't get one.
You should have known that.
Well, look, he was really nice and explained it to the lady, and she's like, "Oh." And just
We'll take
turned
your
back
money,
around and
come
started
on.
eating and conversation with the person in front of her.
I can't. Hey,
Did not care in the slightest. She was just pressed that we were standing outside and ruining her experience.
Yeah, she was just wine drunk. Like, oh, you're gonna love this place. Little
That's how
does
it
she
is when
know,
you
we
go on
can't read the
vacation. You do things out of the norm. Like, when you live back home, you go out to the same places to eat. When you go out, it's
DJ.
like, oh, well, let's try this fancy restaurant. Let's try this. I've never been there.
I don't even think
I'm
there's a
down with
restaurant
that.
This
within
happens.
a 1 hour radius of Jake's house other than like McDonald's.
Look,
Waffle
man.
House.
Look, I have absolutely no problem pulling up anywhere and trying anything. The only issue was is the guy was an asshole, and all I wanted to know was what I can't make out any of this. I don't eat authentic Italian. Like
All
I don't
Jake
eat
eats is
Italian
apple.
hardly at all. First of all, but like nothing in here other than beef ravioli, which was a stew, made
Yeah.
any sense. And we ended up going to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
When we walked, look, he said it.
He's like,
best. It's
hell
like when
yeah,
the road
brother, I
turned
feel
from.
at home here.
Jake's like, do you have
Dude,
wings and things?
You
And they're
can't
like,
go
We were
wrong
talking.
there.
I
Can't.
just want you to know. As soon as we leave there, CJ goes, "Yeah." When the road turned from when the road went from shitty asphalt to decent concrete, then to pavers, we knew we were in the wrong neighborhood. That's exactly what he said. And then I said, yeah, man, we belong on the other side of the tracks. Watch, we'll pull up at Texas Roadhouse, and there'll be some kid getting beat to hell in the parking lot. We pull up, this lady walks out the door and just starts cussing her stepson out.
Oh wow.
I was
He's
like, yep,
"We're
we're
home.
home. Yep, we're
That's
home.
it.
We're home.
He goes inside, just like grabs the peanuts, and he's like, "Oh."
It's a parking lot, he's happy. He's good. Yeah.
Where did you get an SDK at? We don't have any SDK
What the
merch.
fuck?
You don't
Yeah,
got an
this is
SDK
fucking-
hat.
I just
Oh,
want you to know.
God, I
Fresh
Good
off the
Lord,
press.
I thought we were friends,
Alright,
man.
Right.
I thought we were friends.
All right, look, man.
Me and
gonna
Casey
do
have
another
sold more
order.
boxes for you than anybody ever
For
has.
real, dude.
I want y'all to know I'm gonna do another order. I'll get you guys prices.
Uh-huh.
I'm broke as hell.
Yeah,
Alright.
did Andy pay for his hat? Probably not.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he charged me extra.
I'm
man.
just kidding.
Casey, how many
Just so
SDK
you know,
boxes did
Andy
sell
got
last
his
year?
hat
Like
from
100?
Baba, who
A bunch.
paid for that hat and then gave it to Andy.
Baba.
How many
Baba is
boxes
the
we
Bobby is
sold?
the fucking Baba is the MVP.
Dang.
Mr. Vega's in the
There you
house.
go.
Hey,
Hey, Rob.
Might as well bring Rob on too, man. I mean, might as well keep going.
Dude, I would watch. I would go to sleep watching, listening to Rob eat macaroni and cheese.
I can't.
Like, dude, talk me to sleep, Rob.
Can't. No, I liked how they were both. Him and Derek were both with the Bangin' Bros. What was that? Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, I think it was. Yeah, it's just nice seeing them two together. You know, I missed the 12-volt talk.
I love that Rob is taking and he's
CJ.
completely changed his image. He went from known as one of the bald guys to not a bald guy anymore. It's like it never happened
can't.
that way.
No, I can't do that.
CJ over here putting out the
I can't do
promotion.
that.
Rob,
I can't with
I
this.
can't.
Mullen, I'm still like freaking astonishingly happy of how realistic that the logo I made of you just looked like you though. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I was like, dude, I've showed other people before. I'm like, this looks like him. Like, yes, that looks just like him.
Well, you know, it's funny. I was
Spitting image.
talking with.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good
I was talking
picture.
with Rich from Sparks, and Rich, I was standing there talking to. He was sitting in John's trailer at Slam, and I was making fun of him. We've been back and forth on Facebook. I said he said something. I said fight me, and he says I'll fight you anytime. I was like, all right, bet. So when I seen him at Slam, I said, dude, you ready to do this? And he's like, oh, I didn't recognize you because I didn't have my hat on,
Mhm.
And I said, hold on. I took my glasses off too. I said, does that throw you off even more? He said,
He's like,
dude,
I'm a ninja.
I know. He said, without your hat and glasses, I don't recognize you. He said, but I have my shirt on. He said, but I love the logo. He said, man, that logo is, he said, I do a lot of advertising stuff. He said, I love that logo. I said, well, Scott made it for me. And I said, I've just been using it on everything I got. I said, maybe eventually one day I'll change it up. But I said, right now, I'm happy with it. So
That was like a year ago now, though, wasn't it? That was a while.
yeah, it's been a little over a
while.
year ago, I think. So
Hey,
Yeah,
you need a
hell
good
yeah.
logo. You need it. You got it.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was just like, so I had like your face pulled up as like an image, just standing there at Mullen, and I'm just like, what can I fucking do? And I was,
Yeah.
but-
It's got to be 1,000 stock fat guy bearded photos out there.
Dude, there was so many beards, and I just scrolled through them all to find the one that was like, that's him.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of ones that look like Jake's that have like pube strands off of them and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I could have made
One of
I could make a caveman Jake fucking one pretty easy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Damn,
whoa!
long
Y'all
ago.
slinging shade already? I thought that was for the after party. What the hell?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
He's
Blake's
like, I'm
over
too
here
fu-
saying free T-shirts and hats for orders over 3K, and then Blake's over here talking about free enclosure with purchase of 12-pack. So you know, just because you got a free enclosure don't mean everybody's getting one. I had to dap my boys up every once in a while.
See, I just got. I'm trying to get Jake drunk enough to send me a hat. That's all I'm trying to do.
Dude,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Jake, where's my hat?
I'll stand up.
Where do I get
I've
at?
got everybody
For
that's
real.
asking me for this, but I'm not even gonna cap. It's gonna
They're
be a
not
few
cheap.
weeks, man. I have got to get on a positive side of the scale because I am on the downhill trend right now, and I'm stressing it. I'm not even gonna lie.
What he's trying to
That
say is
time
I
of
love my
year.
bosses.
Dude, it's not that. It's not even the terrible 3 yet. It's not even. It's not even to that point. I'm just backwards from bad spending habits with the significant other and some other stuff. Unfortunate events.
Does your
stuff,
wife
you know,
try to buy
radiators?
Amazon like mine? Mine just tries to buy
No,
Amazon.
no, but I will tell you
The
that
whole
a significant amount of
The whole
Amazon
thing.
packages
Whole
keep
thing.
showing up, And she's like, "Oh, that's from the registry." And I look, and I'm like, I'll never know because it doesn't have a return sender address. Like,
Dude,
That's
Andy,
great.
your stuff's overwhelming behind you. I love that freaking 50-year kicker sign right there, man. That thing is sick.
Thank you. It's actually
that's a stool. That's a
it's a
stool.
stool, but yes,
wow.
it worked. It doubles as a sign. Yes.
Yes, the comfortable one. Oh, is that on your couch? Your couch isn't in that corner? No, it's to the left, to the right of that.
The what? What's in the corner?
Isn't the couch next to you or something?
Yeah, couch is. Well, we need this one here. I got a bunch of
there
power
you go.
wires sitting over there,
Boom.
but couch is over there. That
wow.
giant JP amplifier. Just kidding. The sign inverter. I'm
All
happy
right.
it works.
I guess CJ is getting everybody a hat.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Oh, would you look at that?
You're gonna scumbag him for it, but I love you.
Look, his uncle's the ones that does the hats.
Oh wow.
Nice.
His uncle
They
did
make
all
them
the
in-
stitching
they
on the
make them
hats.
in extra
great work.
large.
Yeah, dude.
I think they're
Casey and I
Richardson's,
both
if I'm
have-
not
I need a
mistaken.
big. I need a big hat. Dude.
I'm like, it's like a 40 on mine, isn't it? 40 size hat, 40 or some shit like that. A 30.
No,
I don't
mine's
think
an
they're
8
fitted. I
and
think
a quarter.
they're just
Yours is like
Richardson's.
7 and
Snapbacks.
7/8 or something.
Yeah, they're all snapback.
Snapbacks
Casey's
and
hat.
tattoos.
Yeah, your
No,
hat's like a
snapbacks
little
don't
bit
fit
big
me.
on mine.
Snapbacks
Oh,
don't
Hey,
fit me.
His uncle did that. All that embroidery on the front though.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh,
he's
that
just
was
showing off.
5
man.
hours.
He's
The
got a
fucker hat.
Was it 5
He
hours?
doesn't even wear
It
it.
was
He
5
doesn't.
hours.
Woo. It's a lot of
Headphones
music.
get in the way.
Yeah.
If
Don't
you
wanna
gave
smush
me a
it.
hat, Jake, I would wear it. It wouldn't be a fucking display piece in my room.
Yeah, for real.
Look,
Oh,
man,
come on, man.
look,
Come
hey,
on.
It would be
Look at
shading
us.
my face.
Come
in the
on.
sun.
Look, dude, I love how you guys think this shit is free for me because
We would have paid for it. You
Welcome
didn't
to
ask.
our, yeah.
Hey, yeah, I'll buy 2 hats. Just,
Yeah, I would
I'll
have
pre-order it.
Yeah.
I'm not rich, man.
I'll send
I would've
money.
bought
Everybody
you
thinks
shirt.
just because these enclosures make money.
We need to
Like,
set you up
there's
like an
shit
SDK
comes
shop.
out.
can make money
Jake,
too,
Jake, well, we just have to make you a website. We'll just list it there. If
Yeah.
they want to buy it, then they can buy it. You know?
Dude,
You know, that's where it needs to happen. That'll
Sign up
just hit
for
up
Printful.
CJ.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Like we did the
Drop
first
by.
go round, and everybody bought their stuff that they wanted, and then we were done with it.
Bro,
Not
did
even
y'all
gonna
see
lie.
that kicker gold pin that I freaking got? The
Signs are
50-year one?
$50. Oh, I
Oh.
do have that. Is it 120? I thought it was $80, but they do have this same sign right here, but it's giant. It's pretty big. It's like 2 feet by 2 feet, just metal sign. It reminds me of just like the old retro stuff that I have, well, over there, but it just doesn't light up or anything like that.
Andy-
I like the memorabilia.
Andy, if I ever get back to my old my little honey hole of brand new old equipment, it's a building. I know the lady, she's been closed up for years. She has a original yellow light glow license plate, brand new from 91 or 92. Actual
wow.
neon, the neon
Yeah.
ones. I was gonna buy it last time I was there, and I was like, why the hell do I need a yellow one? I can't think of anything I need yellow for. If I get
You
back
might
there,
know
I'll
a
buy
guy.
it for you. Yeah, I'll buy it for you.
Appreciate it.
So-
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
and
Dude, I
it's an
ruined-
original.
Yeah.
My
Heck yeah.
79 had so much real
Thank you.
neon on it when I got the
Yeah.
car, like on the underglow, it was like the handmade neon from like the late 80s and all that shit. And I wasn't thinking about it. So it had neon in the grill, which I still have at my grandparents' house. It was neon in the back, under the bumper, and right under the pinch welds at the rockers all the way at the sides. And I wasn't thinking about it. And the very first time I put the car on the lift, I put it on a 4-post lift, picked the car up. It got like 4 inches off the ground, and I heard some glass crack and like all four.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
surprised it made all 4 inches off the ground.
Dude, yeah, dude,
That's
I
a
thought
lot.
it was
Strong.
good. You know how you know how you I don't know if you ever done it, used a lift before, and you'll be pushing the button. Sometimes you kind of let, and the car will just kind of shudder a little bit. That's when I did that.
Oh,
I was like, fuck, and it all worked too. Every bit of it worked, and like glue bright as shit.
Damn.
I got a
Damn.
question.
What?
Has anybody
Scott's like,
else-
what?
Oh,
Yeah, what do
no,
you
not
want?
again.
Jesus.
Yeah, what
Has anybody ever experienced this when they have their amp inside of their vehicle with the bass? All right, because I know a lot of us here have walls with the amps on the back, and as long as you build the wall good, it doesn't move. One of two things is happening, Andy. One, my subwoofer is getting really worn in, and it's losing output for some fucking reason. Or two,
You're used to it.
the gain is just starting. No. The gain, because like I know where the clip point is, and where it starts sounding like absolute ass, and then I know where the soft clip point is, and either the gain's just rotating itself back, or B, the coil is getting baked, because yes, I'm definitely getting it stinky. It's one of the two. I don't know what it is. I get it stinky, and then like it'll just go down in output, and then
He won't blame his box though. He
Or
won't blame his
It's
box.
probably the box, 100%. It's got to be the box, you know.
Or the voltage.
You know, gains
Really,
only
voltage
usually
is
go
solid.
up. They don't go
The
down.
voltage is
You know,
solid.
accidentally.
Nah, because like originally I had the sub level set at 0. I'm thinking the gain's walking itself down over time.
It's
But
that
originally-
crossfire, right? That crossfire amp.
Yeah, it's a Crossfire 3K 16 volt, but I've got it on a 20 amp hours skid bank, so the voltage is not an issue. And I've got a 270 amp alt in it.
Do you have anything to clamp? I feel like to know if you had power.
I mean, I've got multimeter and
changes.
stuff. I just, I only notice it whenever I go in there and go, it's not as loud as it was yesterday. Click, click. Oh, now it's loud.
Yeah, what's
and
the
then
jargon?
you can, I was gonna say, then you can get it as loud as it was before just by adjusting.
Yeah,
a few
just
things.
adding. I think the gain's walking itself down. I just wondered if anybody else had that issue. I haven't even looked at it or tweaked at it. Not even gonna
You're
lie.
just getting used to it, man.
No, I'm not getting
Yeah.
used to it. Like it goes from shaking the shit out of the mirror to not shaking the shit out of the mirror.
Huh.
The gain on the radio started at 0. And now the gain on the radio is at +6 to shake the shit out of the mirror. Same as it was before.
Shit.
So I think the gain's walking itself down, or the sub's just finally broken in, and it's like I need more power or something. I don't know.
Joe, they're asking what cigar you're on tonight.
Well, first it was a Partagas from Cuba. Now it's no Rey del Mundo.
How are you gonna get them things from Cuba? Aren't we under an embargo?
I have a wife who's a flight attendant for Delta, and when she travels, she brings them in.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay. There we go. I was curious.
Wow,
Baba, were your ears burning, man? We're just talking about you, bro.
not at all. Happy Friday it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
how
you
about those guys though? They all had golf carts. They all had golf
Yeah,
carts.
dude.
And I'm there
Hold
with a
up.
back injury, and it really worked out. So I didn't have to really walk anywhere. It was awesome. You guys really helped me out.
Can we talk about
MVPs
Scott
right there.
in the side by side?
Yeah,
That was pretty
He
fun,
just
dude.
lit up. He lit up smiling with that. Oh, he had a lot of fun.
hmm Dude, that was the most fun I've ever had in my whole life. Okay.
You're not. Are you lying? You gotta be lying, dude. I hope you're lying.
On
I
the
don't know what you're
cooler.
talking about. That
You
was
were
the best
definitely
time ever.
turned.
That was the best
I
time
said,
ever.
"Hey, come here!" Every time he come by, get in, come on, let's go.
Yeah, I was.
I was like, next round. He come back around. He pulled up in front. I was like, come here. Got him to take a big swig of some Woodford Reserve, and then I handed him a Jack and Coke, and then off we went.
dude, there's a point to where Casey was controlling the radio, and I was pretty tame. When Casey got out and I took over the radio, that's when I was fucking.
Do you not remember me just reaching up and covering the tweeter saying
Yeah.
you're clipping the dog shit out of this?
yeah, he was. Scott was pressing the fuck out of the
Yeah,
thing.
don't give
Get a
Scott
full
the throttle
volume.
ever. It's dangerous. Yeah.
More gain, more.
I would
There's
like
a
turn
point
it
at which
down when
the
he wasn't
tweeter goes
paying
tweet, tweet, tweet to.
Yeah, but if you want a great demo,
Right,
give
I'm
him the
done.
drop.
I'm done at
It's
that
all the
point.
same.
Yeah, I'll do it.
He'll send it. It's all good though. But that's what it's
Who
supposed
not
to
to
be.
let in control of your gain knob while you're drunk or while he's drunk?
That's okay.
That guy.
Listen, when you go to the show, you want to be loud. You want to be loud. Period. So what? If you didn't want to play it loud, don't go to the show.
If you don't want to hear me play Limp Bizkit at full volume, don't go to that show. Okay, I'll play it. Yeah.
We did have some Kid Rock going too at one point. I'm pretty sure.
Mr.
Oh, we had
Flippo.
everything. We were
There you
sitting
go.
still, and he's like, "Oh, this is a banger!" Just sitting over here, and everybody. This is when you know you're in the wrong side of that parking lot when everybody's going.
Yeah.
I promise you, I said that to you like twice. You're like, "Fuck those motherfuckers!"
No.
Exact words.
Scott's like, no.
Exact words.
Baba, what's going on, buddy?
I don't see Jake as a liar, so I don't know, Scott. You're gonna have to prove it to me, man.
Exact words. I just want you to know. I almost pulled a
probably
video
knew
and I
him.
was like, "Nah, this is only gonna come out when we're vibing." So
I can't.
I don't
That's
want
like
video evidence of this.
Only 2 or 3 times a year that I drink that Slamology.
That's it.
Slamology
You know,
Sunday
That was a
show.
good time.
If it
Hey,
wasn't
y'all-
for the RMS
gotta get one of
limiter
these
on the
for next
Warhorse,
year.
I probably would have blew that sub. You know, because
Nothing
that's
bad happened.
slamology. You know, you're just going full tilt. All right, I smell some coil. We need to take a break. And if you
I got
go too
sobered
long,
up really quick when I was walking.
you
up
only
to see
got
Herbie.
one. You're done.
I feel like you were babying that sub just because it has a signature on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the only thing
I
Steve
would have
Herbie
brought
said.
I would have been banging on the non-signature and had the signature as the backup and go full tilt,
Not
but
yet.
nope, didn't even make it there.
When is
what,
the
a week
Sundown
before
show?
Slam? God.
We
That's
don't
what
baby
Steve Irby
shit.
said.
We
He was,
send
I was
it
like,
all-
man, I
all
love
the time.
seeing that Warhorse in action. And he's like, yeah, as long as he doesn't blow it while we're here. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Does
I
anybody
know,
know,
they-
the exact
yeah.
date of the Sundown show or no?
Yeah, it's on Derek's page.
I think it's August 19th. I think.
I might be able to make that.
High five, let's go, bro. Fucking, I am ready for Slam next year already. Let's do it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hope to have my next build ready by next year by Slam.
Hell yeah.
Hey man,
On to the next.
it's just money.
It's just money. Well, yeah, time, money.
I'm not worried
yeah,
about the
same
money.
thing.
I'm worried about getting the materials together.
Yeah, it's the
Materials
materials in
not
this
that issue.
case.
Birch is back in stock. It's just 120 a sheet.
The subs don't get.
I got 15 sheets in my garage. No problem.
I know. I
Dude,
know.
Joe just like hoards
might
it.
be
I don't know
enough.
where he gets it.
I know some of
No,
it's half inch.
I got
though,
lucky
right?
when I bought my sheets. I paid $43 for the 3/4 inch sheet, so I bought a pallet full. And then
Jeez.
a year later, COVID hit. And this shit skyrocketed. So
Oh yeah,
sitting
dude,
on it.
it's higher. It's up there right now.
More valuable than Bitcoin.
Nah,
I
not
don't know
quite,
about
but-
that.
Hey, it holds its value better than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Vega's coming to Slam next year. I
better.
seen his comment there. I think he's coming. I don't know if Derek's coming, but I think Rob's coming. I think Derek should come if Rob's going. I mean, they're, you know,
That means
dynamic
we have to
duo
get the
as
no
well.
bullet tweeters fucking shirt made.
yeah.
Let's do a loud pack of just tweeters.
All right, hear me out. We
Have
we load a
Derek
wall
and
full
Rob
of
there
image
doing amp
dynamic form.
dynos going live too. I mean, we can do it. You know, if you need any equipment, let me know. yeah.
Y'all can do
Hey, we-
videos. Both don't need to walk around with AMM1s
Yeah.
and then be like, how much do you think the system clamps? And then
Yeah.
we're like realistic. Okay, so it's like you do a real. Okay, we're gonna clamp the system. How much you clamping per amp?
power.
And then you show them what they're really clamping.
I wish the MM1 had an actual like clamp instead
Dude,
of having
I want you to know that if they did that,
Yeah, you need the SPL lab.
yeah.
That's the way
if
to
they
go.
walked around with the AMM1, dude, that they probably blow the LED on the clipping signal. The LED would just be it shit the bucket, dude.
Constant.
That thing would
Be like Christmas, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I need to put the.
sweating your dick off to try.
I need to put the-
one hot ass system. The amps are 1 billion degrees. Like this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
Just plug your hand in someone's amp.
takes speaker wire, shoves it through the middle of it,
I should have
Puts
put
it
the
back in
toilet
the amp,
enclosure on there.
clamps it.
You
goes,
accidentally dead short somebody's fucking outputs on their tear amps, and the amp goes in a fucking protect and never comes out.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
All right.
I should have put
We're over the
the.
hour mark now. Andy's got a
shit,
show
it
coming
is.
up here shortly.
Yep.
So you got a show coming up. What's the theme for tonight for you, man?
Just ask me anything, but we're giving away kicker products. Thank you to Big Jeff.
Oh wow,
Sick.
that's sick.
Nice.
I saw you guys did the capacitor video early this week. Was pretty sick.
Dude, thank you. Other than my mic issue that I could notice, no one else really did during the show. It went smooth, man. You know, and I feel like people, you know, getting into
Learn
the
stuff.
hobby, they're like, what is better? You know, buying this expensive lithium or this $30 capacitor? You know, it's got a voltmeter. And I feel like we covered enough bases, you know, good power. And even Travis did a video 2-3 days later, but I'm happy I did mine too, because he didn't do like an
Wasn't the
RMS
same thing.
test.
Yeah, it
No,
wasn't
not
the
at
same.
all. Nope, it was good. Hitting all the bases.
If anything,
one
it's just more
looks cool?
content out there that's good stuff.
Thank you.
But cool, everyone. Make it a good weekend. I appreciate everybody and taking. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Everyone that joined us again, Mullen and John, you guys, Jake, I appreciate you guys. But cool.
Well,
Have a good